We want to thank you for each and everything you're doing to us. We want to thank you for this time, Lord our loving Father. Come and be with us. Let whatever each and every activity that is going to take place here be under your guidance and under your will. Protect us as we are going to begin. Remain with us as we live out this praise when each and everyone is have been able to pray through Christ our Lord.
Are you ready? Oh, you got set free for liberty to live away. Oh, rest
Welcome, the chairperson of EC, to come and give approval.
Good afternoon, UICT fraternity. Good afternoon, everyone. Vice Chairperson, the society, IUIU, and we are having Madame Nasweri Susan. She is an educator. I think we chose them because we saw they are the best moderators for our event today. We hope to have a more discussion with our candidates, but we have wasted a lot of time and we are not going beyond the two as we had agreed on our program. So, I'm requesting you all to maintain maximum silence so that we don't waste a lot of time. I have been called by the TMCD National ICT Innovation Hub. If she hears any noise, any vuvuzela here, we are going to be chased out of the national hub. So it is my kind request. Let us maintain maximum. What they are going to do for us come next week as the best candidate should vote for come 50th next week on Thursday. So that's our election day. We should take note of that. There's a circular I published regarding the changes on the electoral day. The changes we are voting next on Thursday, 15th of June 2025. So to take note of that. And also I want to do what we win. I think you should stand and people know you. Some may not be knowing you. My team should come up for just 2 minutes for introduction.
We need to be able to hear from one another. I request that we remain as disciplined as possible. To the candidates, I hope you will maintain discipline and use the right language towards each other. And like we prayed before, we are hoping that this process goes well. So as a formality, we are going to read the rules of engagement so that nothing is lost in translation. We all know what we ought to do and how we ought to behave. Okay? Thank you.
So, good afternoon once again. I welcome you one more time to this presidential debate. You all know we came back, so we are going to be kind of faster. I'm going to take over the rules of engagement this debate, and I hope all the presidential candidates are listening. Oh, you all have copies. That's good. Now, to the audience, while debating, candidates will be standing opposite to their designated presets, which will be chosen through a pre-agreed mechanism with their teams. The candidates are seated, and carrying language and personal attacks on other candidates will not be allowed. The presidential candidates, hope you're listening. Candidates shall respect time allocated to them. We are already turning back, so I beg we take that. Candidates will be required to respect the moderators, especially when it comes to time. When your time is up, your time is up. And we shall not give any person extra time because we are time bound. Candidates will need to consult their support teams during scheduling breaks, but support teams must leave the stage 30 seconds clear of the start of assembly. The debate will be on specific topics, and any questions related to those areas will be allowed as being relevant. If a candidate chooses, he or she may combine answers to elaborate further. However, completely ignoring a question in order to expand on another is not allowed. Candidates are not allowed to pose questions to moderators because it's not all about us, but it's about you. Follow-up questions will be permitted at the disposition of the moderators. This shall be done in the event that the candidate is not comfortable with the way a question has been answered. Then, in addition, I would like to make an amendment to the above document. Every candidate shall be accorded a chance to speak without interruption from supporters of the opponent candidate. I would like to elaborate on this. We usually have attendance of supporters of the opponent candidate disrupting the other candidate when they are speaking. You shall not allow that. And then no candidate shall interfere with the other's time. When the man of minority is submitting and you have forgotten to submit something, you're not allowed to come up and interfere with this candidate because you have forgotten to submit about something. We must respect each other. Those were the rules of the debate. Those were the rules of the debate. Let me have the next session being taken over by my co-moderator.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I will start by... Ladies and gentlemen, this is the time. The time is now. This is the time. The time is now. We are not here for long speeches. We are not here for unfulfilled promises. I call upon students of UICT. The time is now. Let's wake up. Let's wake up, my fellow students. Please, trust Karigoza Brand. Karigoza Brand is here for you. My name is Karigoza Brand, a student of Information Technology for Business, and I'm in the second semester, and on behalf of my fellow students, I'm not here for words, but I have a plan of action, a plan of transformation. I will go straight to the point. I will go to academics. My fellow students, I believe we are all here for academic purposes. We are here to attain diplomas and certificates. I will go straight to our mission. Our mission says, our mission says, as a technical institution, we are here to have practicals, as our mission says. So we want to make sure that we have enough practicals. I want to make sure my fellow students, the 80 students, should get enough practicals. We are lacking practicals, so I want to fight hard. I want to doing the practicals. Many students are going out after getting the diplomas. They are lacking what to do. Why? Because of practicals. So I want to make sure we have enough practicals. I will go now to the point of the tuition policy. The tuition policy at UICT is very high. However, I as a student, if you trust me as your guild president, I want to make sure to talk to the administration so that every student who has paid some money to at least be given an opportunity to sit for centralized seats. We are students here, we are the backbones of UICT. If we are not here, UICT cannot be here. I won't say that the police will be changed, however, we want to fight her. And the student who has paid something should be given a chance to sit for centralized test. And I've made some research. Those students who have missed centralized tests automatically have gotten X. You cannot assure me that in the end of final exams you will get 60. I'll go straight to the point of sports. My fellow students, we want to improve more on our sports. We want to improve more on our sports. We want to improve new games. I see we only have football, volleyball, and netball. However, we want to introduce games like athletics. I see we have many people here with their talents, but their talents are just here. So we want to make up. I want to make sure, as your president, if given that chance, to make sure that we register our institution to the university competitions. I believe this will make awareness of our main institutions. You understand? So, thank you, please. Trust God goes up, right? I'm here to work for you. I will be here for you. I'm committed and dedicated. Due to the economic general slide, we come from different families. We come from the humble families. We come from a well-off family. So, Calgoza Pride is coming with an idea of a student support association. In that association, we want to help our fellow students. We have students from well-off families, and they can manage the tuition qualifications. However, I, as Calgoza Pride, I want to introduce a student support association. We shall get sponsors. We have connections. We shall get sponsors. Students will be helped. I've done research. Students doing internships, they are getting a lot of problems. However, I want to fight hard. I want to fight hard with the institution so that those students going for the internship to be given that opportunity. I will fight hard as your president. I will fight hard. I repeat, I will fight hard. The students are suffering, getting internship. So, I've met students, many students are complaining, oh, president, you want to become the president, please, fight, talk with the institution, to get for us places. And I know this is a major institution, and we will get places for those people to have institutions. My fellow students, this is a mighty institution, and I believe you all know it is a mighty institution. However, time goes abroad, I want to call upon those class representatives. I have something for you. Class representatives, you are doing a lot of work. You are doing a lot of work. You are calling lectures. You are sending out data. You're using your own data. However, time goes abroad. Give me the trust, please. I want to do something for you. At least every month. To bring it up to you people. You're doing a lot of work. My fellow students, please, carry on the brothers here. all over the world. I'm here. I've heard many of the students are talking about Wi-Fi. However, the Wi-Fi is a simple matter. We are going to bring Wi-Fi to your classes. No more playing a game. This is a Wi-Fi. We are going to improve. We want to improve Wi-Fi in our classes. So that instead of 80 pieces, we need that Wi-Fi. We need to use it. So I can go some brand. If you give me the trust, I want to improve that problem of Wi-Fi. That goes away.
Thank you, Mr. Chanagrosa. It's good to see that. So, let's have Mr. Tendo now.
And listen, a very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. A very good afternoon to the Lady ICT Center. A very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, thank you so much. We are not here, we are time, but due to the interest of time, I'll leave it at that. Thank you so much, our dear moderators. Thank you so much for the commission. We are absolutely grateful for this wonderful event. We are absolutely grateful for your presence. Your presence means a lot to the students. As you know, the cordial of this event, we are here to debate on policy, to debate on matters of national importance, not to take notice. Challenges and opportunities. Challenges and opportunities that compel us to reflect on our standards and be willing not to compromise or even adapt to those standards. And it is unto this that I derive my manifesto. It is unto this that I derive the call to action agenda. The call to action agenda that I call an 8-point action plan. An 8-point action plan has a number of key pressing issues and opportunities. You get it? There is always two sides of a coin. We are not here as problem identifiers, but we are here as people that are ready to address solutions. First things first, where I am going to start with is the face of our institution as the home of the National Innovation Hub. You realize as the leading ICT center and the home of the National Innovation Hub, we are in a state that is quite not appealing. As the leading ICT center, you realize our gate is in question. You realize our face is in question. We need to address such an issue. We need to brand our institution as the leading ICT center and the home of the National Innovation Hub. When you enter this space, or when you tell an individual about UICT, the first thing that runs through their mind is, what is UICT? Where is UICT? I think our brand awareness is not enough. This being the leading ICT center, I think we should have our face and get that is to stand. We have a number of partners. We have the Ministry of ICT, we have UCC that is behind right our back, and the National Innovation Hub as well. So we can achieve this, we are able to achieve this, we are able to address this matter, and we have a gate that is to stand, and we have a face that is to stand. A signpost, a number of us tell border that we are going to UICT. the first thing that runs to their mind is, what is UICT? What is UICT? So we need to enhance our branding. That is point number one. The other point is our tuition structure. Our tuition structure needs to be revised. You realize some of us, we are not from backgrounds that are not well off. We are not from backgrounds that are well off. Or we are not from backgrounds that are financially together. Some of us are financially bound. But here, what I'm looking at is having a more revised tuition structure. A tuition structure that calls for harmonization between the administration and the students' fraternity. Realize the call to action agenda is about bridging gaps and enhancing the communication channel between the students' fraternity and the administration. So I am looking at advocating for a tuition structure that accommodates us all. A tuition structure I'm looking at in context is a 60% fees policy. It is achievable. I've seen it being achieved at a number of universities. I'll quote Makerere in this context. So we are able to have a 60% fees policy because this is a question of affordability and inclusivity. Realize we, as the call to action agenda, our advocacy is free quality education for all. Education is not a business. All education should not be for the few that are well off. Ladies and gentlemen, if you think as I think, this should be enough for you to rally behind the call to action agenda. The other point is the question of the practical best reality of our course modules. A number of us are doing courses that are practical. A number of us are doing courses that are hands-on. And what does this offer? Having the practical best reality of this course. Some of us are doing DEE, that is diploma in electronics and electronical engineering. So, colleagues, we can be able to achieve this. We can be able to have apparatus that are to standard, that are advanced. But when you reach the laboratories, now these days, you have, or you find obsolete material. You find obsolete apparatuses. And this has even featured on national television. No, not sorry. If you heard the news in January, in the due course of January, UBC came and made a pilot study here at UICT. You know, it is the leading ICT center. Every innovation to be put out there to the national level, it has to be tried and tested here. But when you reach the laboratory, the headline was, they have outdated apparatuses, outdated machines. I'm not lying to some of you that are doing DDCE. You know what I'm talking about. Some of you even go ahead and step and dig deep in your pockets and buy these materials for your courseworks and so on and so forth. So I am looking at addressing this question. Another question. My actionable plan for this particular issue is us having workshops and seminars, reaching out to the industrial parts. We can engage these people. Because you realize some of you, when you go out in the field, the first thing an employer will ask you, what skills do you possess? And some of us don't possess these skills. Some of us have not even touched these apparatus. So I am looking at addressing this question. I've had a number of times the administration talk about us having workshops, us having engagements with Nakawa Vocational and Industrial Park. But I don't think this being effective. I am looking at addressing this, and how we address this is holding these people accountable. The accountability question of this. So the other question is the sports arena of this institution. We have a number of sportsmen and sportswomen in this institution, but they have not been catered for. We are looking at critically managing, critically enhancing, and developing the sports arena of this institution. We are looking at having more engaging sports. We are looking at securing partnerships with a number of student guilds. We can have Makerere partner with UICT, and we have having UICT participate in the university league. This is not achievable. It is very, very achievable by my friends. This is just a matter of subscription and membership. And we have UICT participating in the university league. So I am looking at addressing that. The other question I am looking at addressing is the timely government allowances. If I'm not mistaken, a number of us here, we are government students. And this has been a key pressing issue to us. Our government allowances over time have always been delayed. Ladies and gentlemen, I am looking at addressing this. It's just, ladies and gentlemen, let's listen to each other. This is just a matter of us advocating, harmonizing with administration, and how this assets this. The other thing is academic excellence. Academic excellence. A number of us in Sokonia have retakes, and these retakes, some of us are not in our making. But here is what I'm saying. We have the mandate and we have the right to ask for recess exams such that we can graduate in good time. You are entitled to recess exams, and I am looking at advocating for this. Ladies and gentlemen, we can achieve this. Thank you so much. We are going to discuss it later. Given the interest of time, I'll leave it up. Thank you so much for the rate. Thank you so much for this expertise. Attend all! Attend all! The silence all. The silence all.
Away from the manifesto, what's their character, what's their integrity like? So that's where the wild card comes in. Okay? So we start with the follow-up. This is the segment which will be answered by both. Okay? Firstly, I'll ask them, many student leaders may win elections based on popularity. However, in your view, is it more important to have popularity or to have the competence? And why? So we shall start with Mr. Chadigoza.
So we don't expect final marks at the end of it all. The reason as to why we are here, the reason as to why this debate was put on schedule was for the benefit of the voters to understand the person, the people are going for. Okay? We are not awarding final marks, so let us grant chance for our candidates to bring out their views. I believe each team has Mr. Tim and Mr. Chadigoza. I believe each one of you has a campaign manager. Make sure your supporters give each other time to speak, please. Okay? Thank you.
And for purposes of partiality, when a question is posed, of course this first one, Mr. Chadigoza will go first. In the second question, it will be him to go first. So that the element of surprise is dealt in both ways, right? Okay, let's go back.
Please, summary. The question is popularity.
Okay, many student leaders win elections based on popularity. In your view, is it more important to be popular or competent, and why?
Thank you so much. You can be popular while helping your fellow students with the little you have. You can be popular to students on the way you engage with them. On the other side, you can be popular the way you behave, you abuse students. You can be popular among the benefit of being popular. So you can be popular on the bad acts you do at school. You can be a thief and you're popular, they know you that you're a thief. Competent enough. You should have that ability to talk with your fellow students. You should have all the ability, all the characteristics to engage with your students, engage with the administration in order to push the students forward. Competence, it also involved on the way, it involves the way you behave and the characteristics you use. For example, we want to fight the problem of the admission policy. So, I want to use my ability. I want to use all the powers. The mandate to give me my fellow students. I will use that with the competence I have to fight on your behalf. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Chianagonza. Mr. Tendo, what's your take?
Thank you so much, our new majorities. To me, thank you so much for that question that you posed that to us. To me, competence or popularity. What's my take? My take is, I'm going to first break down what competence is and what popularity is. Competence is having the ability, having the charisma and due diligence to serve, and due diligence to deliver a given task. You get, competence calls for us having collective efforts as leaders. As a leader, if you do not have competence, there's no such thing as service. Competence is key. If you're to deliver a service, competence is utmost priority. Still on competence. Still on competence. Competence is a social ladder. Competence is a social ladder. Competence has got a number of people way up there. Competence, you can also look at it as listening mode. Let's listen to each other. I think we listen to each other. You can listen. You can have two perspectives of competence. Competence in regards to service. Competence in regards to delivery. When you are competent, you are able to achieve both. You serve and you deliver. That is competence. Popularity is the ability of being liked, of being famous, and having a status. You guys, that is popularity. That is popularity. I beg to deconstruct from my colleague's submission that popularity, you can a number of people have been popular for bad and good things. But his submission was people can be popular for only good things. I beg to deconstruct from that. That is a stupid notion. The other thing, what is my take? That is the other side of the question. My take is I prefer competence. I prefer competence. I am a competent man. And part of my core values and principles is competence. And my leadership is deeply rooted in competence. My colleague, I beg you control your. I'm talking about matters of national importance, and I best believe none of my people or none of my supporters have cut me short or cut you short while making this ambition. As leaders, listen. As leaders, we ought to have diligence and respect, and competence entails all that. Entails respect and diligence. Thank you so much.
Mr. Taylor, you go first in this one. Of late, there is a fear that AI will contribute to the scarcity of jobs. Do you believe this to be true or not?
Thank you so much for that compliment. I'm just an intellectual, that is why you can call me. That is absolutely right, and I'll judge or I'll rule in favor of that particular question or submission you've given. This is a paradigm shift, and AI is sweeping everywhere. We have to embrace AI. That is artificial intelligence. You realize nowadays, even in the civic spaces, right now I am live. And just intelligence is taking me live. I just set a reminder and I tell my iPhone, you're going to go live at 1 p.m. It automatically runs the system. That is it. We ought to embrace advanced technology. And you're right absolutely about that. And my take on this, I'm going to pose a scenario. I had a cousin sister. She was a secretary. And the IT officer of that particular institution she was working for came and told her, you realize we have a number of IT systems that we are trying out, and these are going to be used as personal secretaries. And in no time, she lost her job. So we ought to embrace AI in the ever-changing career dynamics or in the ever-changing education or intellectual space. We ought to embrace AI. You get it? So my take is AI, we should embrace it. As the students of the leading ICT center, we should embrace artificial intelligence. AI is a paradigm shift that has swept across. So we have nothing to do with AI, but rather embrace it. That is my take.
Thank you, Mr. Taylor. Mr. Chaligoza, this goes to you. There's a worry that AI will create a big divide between urban and rural youth. What do you think about this, and how could it be fixed?
Please, could you read the question again?
There is a general worry that the AI way, will create a big divide between the urban and the rural youth. What do you think about this? And how can it be fixed?
Thank you so much, Madam. I believe both the rural areas and the urban areas, they both use AI. Please, let me explain this. So, I believe we all have mobile phones. We have internet. So, we are using those devices we are using has done a lot to help students do some research. We have small students from the rural areas and the urban areas. So, in my opinion, I believe both the rural areas and the urban areas, they need AI and they use it accordingly. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Chalgoza. This goes to Mr. Tendo. There is an ongoing integration of ICT into Uganda's education system. There have been challenges like lack of adequate ICT, infrastructure, and skills for teachers. With this in mind, do you believe Uganda can have a fully digitalized education system in the next decade? And how so?
Thank you so much, dear moderator. This particular question has two sides. I'll tackle it in two sides. The first side is I best believe we can achieve in the next decade. I'll criticize it on the short. I mean, I'll criticize it on the long run. First, I'm going to concentrate in this. When you avail the resources, and on top of the resources, you train these particular individuals in this space, all these teachers, these students, how to use these resources, I mean these ICT machines and so on and so forth. When you avail them and teach them how to use them, teaching here is the gist of the matter. When you teach, when you equip them with skills and abilities on how to use technology, they will best believe be able to innovate. Best believe they will be able to innovate and come up with a new idea. And when a new idea is birthed, or is brought to reality, innovation takes to take place, and development comes in place. And the other thing is availing infrastructure. When you train, avail infrastructure. You train these particular individuals that this is a computer, this is how they operate. Bring the computers, bring the practical based reality of what you teach them. Fine, you are in a workshop, they are teaching you, they are showing you on a projector, but teach them, show them how to do it. How do you operate this machine? As the theme says, diversity. These are people from diverse backgrounds with different cultures. So you have to train them. You have to equip them with skills and abilities. And on top of that, avail the structures, the infrastructure, avail the machines. I'm going to criticize it as well. I believe with the procurement system of our country, because you say, do we believe we can achieve this in the next decade? And in this context, you're talking about Uganda. Do you think Uganda can achieve this? I am going to criticize it. With you realize as a country, investing in matters of national importance is based on how progress is culminated, or how best progress has been taking place. That is how they allocate resources, even in the national budget. So when they see ICT and innovations are not their major interests, they will channel their resources elsewhere. And guess what? We shall not have this success until the government says this is an interest, this is a issue, this is an issue of national interest. So, thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Taylor. Mr. Chaligonza, the same question will go to you, and I will repeat it. There's an ongoing integration of ICT in Uganda's education system, focusing on modernizing teaching methods and improving learning outcomes. as it has challenges like lack of adequate ICT infrastructure and skills for teachers. Mr. Chalkonza, do you believe that Uganda can have a fully digitalized education system in the next decade, and how?
Thank you so much, Madam. Can Uganda achieve digital education in the next decade? I believe 70% Uganda can do that. First of all, digital education refers to the use of digital technologies to improve learning and teaching. Uganda can achieve digital technology. The question is two-sided. However, I will start with the positive side. We have seen Uganda investing in infrastructures like the ICT. A lot is done. However, we are here in the national hub. This is part of Uganda's initiative. Uganda is trying hard to train students ICT technology. We are all here at UICT, at Uganda National Institute of Information. We are here. The government has tried to give bursaries and scholarships to students. On the other side, let's pray hard so that Uganda we can have a political stable environment. Then I'll go on the other side. I disagree 30% with the following reasons. Lack of inadequate money power. We are still lacking the money power. We are lacking the teachers to teach students more and more about digital literacy. I will talk about affordability. We come from different backgrounds. Not all of us can afford phones. Not all of us can afford data. So this can affect the development of digital technology 30%. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Chaligonza. So I am going to suggest that you let us get finished with the questions we have. Then in your closing remarks, each of the candidates is free to react to the address that the other candidate will have given in the interest of time. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Charlie Gonza and Mr. Tendo. We'll be back from that session. I'm going to take you through two questions each, brief ones. You realize that we've been talking about ICT. Now, it is high time we come back home. Tendo, Mr. Tendo and Mr. Charlie Gonza. I'm going to start with Mr. Tendo. You realize that Form 6 baptists are now moving up and down, making applications in different universities for different courses, being approached by one great student from deep down in Chihura, asking you about UICT, about the mission and vision of UICT. What will be your response? Mr. Tendo.
Thank you so much for that question that you've asked me, Mr. Moderator. Uganda Institute of Information and Communications Technology, its vision is rooted in providing to be a world-class center of excellence in ICT, skills, research, and innovation. That is the vision. And the mission The mission of the Uganda Institute of Information and Communications Technology is to provide high-quality, market-driven ICT skills, training, research, and innovation to foster all to have a knowledgeable society. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Kenneth, for that response. Back to you, Charlie Gonza. Mr. Charlie Gonza, can you please take up that one about the same question?
Thank you so much, sir. Our mission as UICT is to be the leading center of excellence in supporting ICT development in human development. Our mission is to provide high-quality driven market based on training, innovation, and consultancy services to promote ICT sector. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. The question is about digital literacy. Digital literacy is all about the use of advanced technology. Advanced technology. We use the advanced technology using the advanced devices like the mobile phones, the computers, and the tablets. I would encourage my fellow students that digital technology is all about using the digital machines. Observe the digital machines like the computers and the mobile phones. Thank you so much, sir.
Sorry for that. Mr. Ken, take up.
Thank you so much for that question, Mr. Wadimota. Somebody in the audience is saying it, so I say, I'm here to teach. Digital education was the question, not digital literacy. I am going to reconstruct from his mainly as listening problems. Digital education refers to the use of various technologies to enhance and aid the education, or how education is provided or is passed on to the students' fraternity. Digital education involves a number of things. Digital education uses a number of channels that include laptops, smartphones, and projectors, name it. And we use a number of online forums. Online forums that include Zoom, Google Meet, and so many others. These have aided students to personalize their education. These have aided students to learn at a distance. That is open distance learning. In that, you can personalize how you study. You can personalize your learning schedule. You can say my study period or program in the morning or in the afternoon or in the later night. Name it. Digital education, why you have e-learning, it's just a matter of turning your internet on and have required devices. Thank you so much.
So it's in order. Mr. Charlie Gonza, if you were to write a book about your leadership style and journey, what would be the title and why?
Thank you so much. First of all, my leadership is based on 4 principles. My leadership is based on equality. I'm here to spread equality for all. This will start with my cabinet. If you give me the trust, I'll make sure that we have equality for all. It will start from the whole cabinet to all the students. Then, according to me, I'll write a book of equality for all. Well, I believe we are all equal, regardless of the background. We have seen and observed there is a lot of equality taking place here. So, I'll write a book about equality for all. I believe we are all equal, regardless of the age, regardless of the culture, the gender. Thank you so much.
Mr. Ten, imagine the institution had a surprise inspection from the Ministry of Education and Sports. As the one in charge that day, what would be the first place you rush to fix or improve?
Thank you so much. The first question, the first thing I would rush to put right or fix is our guild projects. You realize a whole institution like this, if they've given me an ultimatum that, if they've stipulated an ultimatum that in 2 or 4 months' time from now, we shall be coming to make an investigation. But on a date that you'll never know, I think I'll first put right our guild project in regards to the guild our context. I'll fix it to have a number of materials.
Hello? Mr. Ten, the question was, let's take her. I cannot blame you because you're also making noise. You're setting me from hearing what I say. Mr. Ten. And they want to go around in the school. On this day, you being in charge, what will you rush to fix first and why today?
You realize a whole institution like this, we don't have trash cans. That is the first thing I will rush to. Because you realize our sanitation is in question. And I beg to deconstruct from this preconceived idea that maybe sidestep. How do institution having one printing station is also a deep threat to us. I'll also fix it. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Taylor. Mr. Charigosa, if you had to choose, hello, let's listen to one another. Mr. Charigosa, if you had to choose one Ugandan musician to perform at
Thank you so much, madam. According to me, I would choose Space there now. a kind one. I believe I will bring her here because she's so kind. She likes helping, and Calico's a brand likes helping people. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Chaligosa. Mr. Ten, if you had 5 million shillings to spend in 24 hours for the benefit of students, how would you spend it?
The benefit of the students. I'll organize a more engaging event. A more engaging event like a sports gala to accommodate each and everyone. A more engaging event like a more engaging event like a career session where we have a number of artists to entertain and speak to the students' fraternity. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Taylor. My colleague will take over.
First things first, I would like to rectify over the years. You mentioned about 1965. It is 1968. The revolution is 1977. That is where the East African community was dissolved. It did not collapse. It was dissolved. Thank you so much. The East African, excuse me. Let's listen to each other. Let's listen to each other. Excuse me. Let's listen to each other. The East African community did not collapse. It was dissolved. Thank you so much. And the other thing, when the East African community was dissolved, it became the Uganda Telecommunications Post Corporation. It did not become automatically an institution. It became a telecommunications corporation. Thank you so much. It did not become an academy automatically. Finally, we had a few facts. Let's listen to each other. My dear colleague, I beg you coordinate your behaving like animals. So, let's hold each other accountable. I beg you. Thank you. Let's listen to each other. I was still saying, it did not become automatically an academy. It did not become an academy automatically. It is in 2005 again, not 2002, that it became an institution officially. You get? Under the stewardship of the Uganda Ministry of ICT and National Guidance. Under the close supervision of the Uganda Communications Commission. So let me give you my background now. Let me give you my background. I was still rectifying my dear colleague. I think he was speaking from an informed point of view. He's not informed. He's not informed. That's the honest opinion. Uganda Institute of Information. Uganda Institute of Information erupted from what we call the Uganda Telecommunications Post. That is in 1977. You get it? Thereafter, in 2005, it was established as the Uganda Institute of Information and Communications Technology under the Ministry of ICT and National Guidance, under the close supervision of UCC, that is Uganda Communications Commission, and it is managed by the Governing Council and the administration to implement the policies that are formulated. Thank you.
Hello? Could I request that we calm down, please? We are almost done, so let's keep peace.
Excuse me, we are almost coming to the end of this session. Almost. Thank you, Mr. Changonza and Mr. Kendo. For your own information, yeah, no, that's the silence I wanted. I beg you to take the honors of making research about your institution as well. It's not good having such kind of controversy between candidates and them. Excuse me, I would not like to correct you, but for your own benefit, please you can do that. We are going to the session for questions and answers. If you can take.
Hello? So we are at a point where we shall have some questions from the audience. We shall have 2 questions for each of the candidates. Please be clear and precise with your question, and you shall give the candidates 3 minutes to answer whatever question they will be given. Someone help us extend.
Confidence leads to loss of confidence. And it's now beyond doubts that Mr. Tenko, you as the candidate, given aspirant, you currently depend on the decisions of the current president. Who and how will you serve whether it is no more president?
Thank you so much for that wonderful question. It's not really true, Michael. First things first, I think we should choose substance over form. This is some unconscious notion. Let me bring up a quote. If ends at meat, must meet. I have to meet the ends, and ends must meet me. If it is the shortcut, or if it is the route that I'm going through, I'm choosing substance over form, and you're choosing form. I'm going to deconstruct this unconscious notions. Me, you saying that I am being more of a puppet, that is a notion that is premature. You get? I don't expect it from someone from the highest epitome of the life. That is the notion. I beg us to deconstruct from form. Let's choose substance. So let's choose substance. Let's ask questions of national importance. Let's ask questions that are taking our institution to greater heights. We are looking at service, and me looking and learning from the incumbent. It costs nothing. Thank you so much.
I will remind candidates to be calm. It's in our best.
I'm not specifying anyone, but I'm asking both of them. Because we are here after politics, we shall come back together. So let's go to the camps which are going to the back. Politics is just a possibility of life, but the primary law will not be. Come to the presidential plans. My name is Anauso Musa. I offer this yesterday. Our aspiring presidents. What are your top priorities as the new presidents, and how will you achieve them? Then my second question is, you have been in the realm of Mr. Kwamba, who is the president, who is the current president. What do you think that he has failed that for you are going to do more than he has done? Thank you so much.
Mr. Changonza, you go first on that one.
Thank you so much, Mr. Officer. You asked, in case you've given Caligosa brother an opportunity to become the president, what is my priority and how will I achieve it? First of all, we are all here for academic purposes. I want to prioritize most on practicals. I want to fight hard to have enough practicals to improve on the practicals. Yes, we have practicals, however, I want to improve more. That's what I want to prioritize on. Because we've seen students are outside after getting the diplomas and certificates. They are lacking a lot. Then, what I want to improve on the current guild president, I want to improve on, I've seen there is no equality at all. That is why. We have seen this during the culture gala. Students were complaining that those students were not given equal opportunity. Another thing, according to our constitution, the constitution says we should have accountability. And I promise you, please trust me, we shall work hard, we shall be transparent, we shall be fair, we shall be updating you on how your money is being accounted. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Chaligosa. That was supposed to be specifically for him, but because he said he wanted both of them to react, I'll give Mr. Tendo 2 minutes to react to that same question.
Thank you so much, and thank you so much, my dear brother, for that wonderful question that you asked. First things first, what are my priorities and core values is academic excellence. We ought to have academic excellence. That is why in my manifesto I articulated clearly and logically that we ought to have academic excellence, because that is the main reason as to why we are here. Availing resource exams for the students in their final years is us striving for academic excellence. And that is what the call to action agenda is about. The other thing I am looking at critically is our innovation, practical based reality of our course modules, our courses that we are doing. I am looking at enhancing innovation in the students' fraternity. I am looking at addressing that. The other issue that I am looking at critically addressing is our sports arena. There are so many sportsmen that are here. We ought to address that. I am looking at addressing the question of accountability, transparency, and serving with due diligence. Academic excellency, inclusivity, transparency, and accountability are my core principles. Thank you. And the other thing that I am looking at doing, you said, I remember very well, you say, what has the current guild president failed to do, and what is going to be the fundamental basis, or where am I going to start from? It is not a good point to start by critiquing, but it is good to start by commending those that have been there before you. I remember my colleague was asked, which book would you write? Me, let me break this down. Me, I would write a book called Leaders and Followers. It is the leaders that carry the weight. The followers don't see the weight. You don't see the weight. You don't carry the weight that I'm carrying right now when I'm here. Or you don't know the weight he's carrying when he's here. But you always put the weight on him. It is him to carry the weight. But I am promising to give nothing but exceptional. I am not here to promise, but I am here to deliver. What does God bring it to me? I'm not here to identify, but bring them to me. and I'll best believe deliver. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Taylor. So there will be one question to Mr. Charlie Gonza, because this one was answered by both. Mr. Taylor has had his go at his individual question, so we need one towards Mr. Charlie Gonza.
This question goes to Honorable Charlie Gonza. Elected as the president, we know that the new president is a representative by the governing council. Given the new president serves as a representative, how will your administration ensure that student voices are meaningfully integrated in decision-making rather than mere
Hello? Could we please respect her enough to allow her to ask her question? I'm going to request that you say it again, because there are interruptions.
I was saying that, given the good president is the representative by the governing council, how will you ensure your administration ensures that student voices are meaningfully integrated into institutional decision-making rather than being merely symbolic?
You know, if I'm given that opportunity and I become the honorable president, I want to make sure I use a good presentation, effective communication, talk to the administration, inform them about the issues concerning students. First of all, we have to use peace. Peace. If peace fails them, we see the alternative. Thank you so much.
Hello? Thank you, Mr. Charlie Gonza. So we've got to the point where each of the candidates is going to give us a concluding remark. State your case and make your voters want to vote you. We are giving you 3 minutes to have a recap and to be able to convince your voters. We shall start with Mr. Taylor.
Thank you so much for that wonderful session that you've given us as moderators. But before I give my concluding remarks, I beg to bring it back to the question she posed to me.
No. That's not allowed. That was for him.
It really hurts me seeing student leaders give an insignificant opinion or wrong things to a question. That is why I wanted to give an opinion.
Okay, hello. Mr. Taylor, I would suggest that in your concluding remark, you can convince us in a way that also answers her question without directly answering it.
Thank you so much, our dear moderators, to the commission that has organized this speaking event. We are absolutely grateful. And to the students fraternity that have turned up in large numbers, we are absolutely grateful for you gracing this event. As I'm concluding, I am requesting you, I am seeking your mandate to serve you as next new president. Kindly requesting you to embrace the call to action agenda. Embrace the call to action agenda, because the call to action agenda comes with a number of things. And the call to action agenda comes with a deep understanding of the challenges and opportunities. What oppresses you equally oppresses me as well, because we are students that dwell in the same society. And if you give me the mandate to serve you on the governing council, to represent you in the governing council, because I know the governing council is where the policy makers, the policy formulators and implementers sit. And for a policy to be passed on, it has to go through a majority vote. And best believe, I'll advocate for the students' fraternity. I'll be sure to give nothing but exceptional. We shall be in close talks with management, and best believe we shall bring policies that don't oppress the already oppressed. Thank you so much for these things. My name is Tengo Henry Martin. My name is Tengo Henry Martin. And we are embracing the call to action agenda. Thank you so much. Silence. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Tendo. Mr. Cheligonza.
Ladies and gentlemen, excuse me, Mr. Chairman. Please, whoever is using a vuvuzela, you are in the wrong place. Excuse me, Mr. Chairman, please coordinate your supporters. They are using something words against you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I will start by saying you can't change something or you can't do something that you will be continue being the same thing. This is the time is now. The time for long speeches is over. The time for unfulfilled promises is over. Here comes Kangoza Brian in front of you. I'm a man of actions. I'm here, I'm committed, and I promise you, please, trust Kangoza Brian. Trust Kangoza Brian. Trust Kangoza Brian. I'm here to work for you, and I believe I can make it. Thank you so much for listening. My God bless you. Thank you for having me.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Cheligonza. Before I give a recap. Okay. So, I'll give a brief recap from what they shared in their manifestos. I will start with Mr. Cheligonza's manifesto. One, in his opening remarks, he states that you can't make change when you keep doing the same thing. And he says the time is now. So, he, in his highlights, was academics. He believes that practicals ought to be prioritized in order to make the students ready for the field. Secondly, in regards to the tuition policy, he hopes that there will be flexibility in this policy to allow students sit exams as long as they have paid a part of the tuition. He's a strong believer that sports are very important, and therefore he has a desire to introduce new games, and he talked of having athletics be one of those games that he wants to be introduced into the institution. He also talked about, he hinted on a student support scheme because of the diversity of students here, he believes that the support scheme would offer some help, especially financial help to students that need it. He also commented about internship. He believes that students have been getting challenges with securing internship placements. So he intends to talk with the administration and see whether it is possible for the administration to help students get internship placements. He noted that class representatives often use use their own resources, especially in terms of internet data. So he promises, he pledges that in his term, he will facilitate class representatives with something for internet data. He also noted that there were complaints about the Wi-Fi in the institution, so he believes that it is necessary to extend the Wi-Fi connection to the lecture rooms. So, in a nutshell, that was for Mr. Charlie Gonza. Now, Mr. Tendo. Mr. Tendo described his manifesto as a call to action, an action plan to a way forward. He felt that there's need to have a facelift of the institute's entrance, have some kind of branding so as to present the institution as the pinnacle branding. In relation to tuition structure, Mr. Tendo intends to push for a revised tuition structure that will accommodate all students, possibly a 60% fee policy, where students will be allowed to sit exams after 60% payment. He also, like his counterpart, he believes the practical element of courses is very key. Therefore, he plans to advocate for improved facilities like the laboratories for better implementation of practical elements of the courses being done. He also believes workshops and seminars ought to be prioritized because they help students in engagement with other university students, and this will help them to share knowledge and to build students' capacity in their courses. In relation to sports, Mr. Tendo hopes to work towards the building of a sports arena and possibly have this institution participate in the university league. Mr. Tendo noted that government allowance has usually come in late, so he intends to have a dialogue with the administration in a bid to have that government allowance be paid timely. Last but not least, in regards to academic excellence, Mr. Tendo believes students have a right to request for recess exams. Thank you very much. Okay. Hello. As you notice, and for as long as you have heard, both candidates present a very good case. If you have been attentive, both of them articulate their reasons for wanting to be in that office. You, the audience, have the responsibility to look into what they are saying and see whether it works in your favor, and then vote as you wish. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my fellow moderator. I would like to congratulate the two candidates upon having finished that session. The issue of branding, I'm not talking about you putting on a shirt or a t-shirt labeled UICT. That's not what we're branding. We are talking about what you as an institution export outside in the community. We are talking about active sports. We are talking about summits. We are talking about so many things that bring the outside community to the institution, UICT as an institution. Otherwise, allow me to give my final remarks. I would like to thank the Electoral Commission and the team for giving us a chance to moderate this debate. Excuse me. Yeah, I would like to thank the Electoral Commission and the team for giving us a chance to moderate this presidential debate. It has been a very great honor coming to the institution to Mr. Charlie Gonza and Mr. Tendo. Thank you for showing maturity. Thank you for answering those questions. Thank you for your insightful manifestos. And I think the next thing is the ballot. The audience, thank you for being disciplined. However much we've cited a few challenges, but thank you for being disciplined. And excuse me as I conclude, and I have to say is, may the best candidate. Thank you.
Ya video. Nikupa video.
Lastly, I want us to
Nikaende.